you're so nose deep in your own workout, and you're so nose deep in adjusting weights, tracking rest times, that you can't notice everybody else at the gym. And I promise you, everybody else. All right, this is Magnus again. Welcome back to the top of my county here. Anyway, every time I've stopped working out for a while, those few workouts back always feel kind of weird. You feel awkward, kind of red-faced, tense, and you get that gym anxiety back every time. And I know it's something that I've fixed a lot before, but that doesn't make it less true. And I do think most people who have fallen off their own routine can relate to this as well. And but here's how I've learned to deal with it. Firstly, you need to accept that it's true, and you need to accept that it's normal. Everybody gets that, everybody looks at me kind of feeling. And that's kind of an awkward feeling, but you have to accept that it's all in your head. And most people are just busy with their own workouts, and you usually just have to accept that it's normal. And everybody who comes back at the gym after an extended stay, they get that feeling of gym anxiety, that everybody is looking at you funny, like you don't belong there, essentially. But you have to realize as well is that you have to just start moving. When you start moving, essentially everything gets easier. You focus on your own workout. And also you realize that everybody else is also focusing on their workout. Meaning that the problem is just in your head, and that doesn't make it unreal, it just makes it kind of easier to fathom that this is possible to actually sort of get around though. And I also have a tip. Consistency is key in almost anything in life, but especially when it comes to gym anxiety. Now, if you become the person who is, say, regular, like a regular guy working out all the time, you don't notice all these new people who come into the gym because you are busy with your own workout. And that's kind of... So when you yourself become the guy who's regularly at the gym, you just stop noticing all these new people because you are essentially concentrating on your own workout. And I feel that's sort of the best thing about it is when you are consistent enough, you won't notice everybody else. And some people like myself always have gym anxiety. It never truly goes away. But once you start moving somewhat, doing your sets, doing your warm-up and then starting your main sets, you start just noticing that it's just all in your head, and you can just continue with your own stuff. Now, gym anxiety is real, don't get me wrong. It's certainly real for a large number of people who are either new to the gym or coming up to the gym again after an extended stay, like I said. But it is very overcomable, and I myself has found a lot of good techniques to do it. But yeah, essentially for me, it takes 2 to 3 months of regular working out, like 3-4 days a week, to become the regular guy at the gym. And that transition actually makes it possible for you to just feel like these workout anxiety doesn't affect you anymore. You're so nose deep in your own workout, and you're so nose deep in adjusting weights, tracking rest times, that you can't notice everybody else at the gym. And I promise you, everybody else who is at the gym is kind of doing the same thing. They just want to be left alone by themselves and kind of do what they wanted to do. Now also, there's also one thing I want to say, and that is, I kind of a wuss myself. Yeah, I'm almost 2 meters tall, it doesn't matter. I'm still a wuss. I avoid peak hours, okay? That hour between 5 and 7 to 8 p.m. at my gym, and from 5 to 6 a.m. it's like insane peak hours. Everything is taken, every machine is, you know, occupied. You can't focus on your own workout because you're focusing on actually sort of deciding what machine you're going to do next when you have to wait in a line to do bench press, you know. That also can help on gym anxiety, is that if you can do it, please avoid the rush hours, you know. Go at like 10 p.m. Like, or yeah, if you don't work 9 to 5, you can go in the morning and just avoid the general rush, because that puts you out of your zone, and the zone is what actually keeps the gym anxiety from affecting you that much. You can sort of experience with new type of workouts, you know, with all these new agility focused training, bands and everything, like jumping. You can do all that sort of stuff without thinking that the whole gym thinks you're insane. And for a gym anxiety sort of perspective, it's kind of good to avoid peak hours. When I started working out back in August this year, because I had an extended stay, my first workout, and I don't want to sound kind of weird here, but I just walked into the gym, I did one set and I left, and because it was too much for me, it was too much of a change again. But I have done this multiple times when I started again. I just walk into the gym door and just leave. This time I did one set, of course, but this was as well at 3 a.m., mind you. I did it at 3 a.m. There was like 2 people there, and I was like, I cannot do this if there's 2 people here, so I just left. And that's sort of the point I want to make here in the end here. It's a very short video, I know, but in the end here, it's okay. Everything is okay as long as you can stay consistent later on. And even doing one set is much better than doing 0. Like, if you do one set to failure every day, you'll become kind of strong, you know. You won't get Arnold Schwarzenegger huge, but still, you'll become kind of strong. And that's what I'm trying to say, is just be that guy who do your own thing, or woman, do your own thing, focus on yourself, and everything else will fall into place. And I promise you that gym anxiety is something everybody has. I bet even Dorian Yates had gym anxiety, okay? He's like one of the greatest bodybuilders in the world. Still, I bet he had gym anxiety at some point. I think even people like who are famous always have gym anxiety. They have more pressure on them. And luckily nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows who I am. So gym anxiety is an issue you can overcome. Now, I'm kind of working, sort of unrelated here. I'm kind of working on something myself, and that's camera anxiety. Now I'm on top of a mountain in Norway, okay? There's literally nobody here. There's 0 people here. And I'm walking these trails where there are no people, because I want to film alone, because I have filming anxiety. That's something I'm kind of working on. I also want to become better at talking to the camera, and that's when I use the stuff to myself that I thought earlier in this video was do something immediately. Just start doing it, and it will get better. And I hope it will with camera anxiety as well. Now, final thoughts. Gym anxiety truly won't ever go away. It's something you will struggle with for all your life. But realize, kind of like camera anxiety and my YouTube videos, nobody's truly looking at you anyway. And it will pass with age, and it will pass with being consistent. So that's all I had for you today. Okay, Magnus out.